This is a cooperative effort between Gilpin County, the CSU Extension Office up here, and United Power. And what we were hoping to do is to build a demonstration project for a wind generator, a typical wind generator that a residential customer in this area would probably be interested in purchasing. I get a lot of phone calls of people who are very interested in renewables, both solar and wind, but when they talk about wind, it seems like the only thing that they really know is it's always windy at my house. And I ask them questions like, well, how fast is that wind? Or what's the wind conditions at 30 or 40 feet up in the air? And obviously they don't have that kind of data. The CSU Extension up here in Gilpin County has been documenting the wind data for the last year, and we wanted to take it to the next step and to see what that wind translates into electric production, and so we needed a wind generator to do that.
We actually thought that we had an excellent wind resource, and so we wanted to get the anemometer up here to measure it and make, see what kind of wind we really had. So the data is indicating that we're in like a Class 2 wind, which is a marginal wind. I mean, in the Eastern Plains, we're in a Class 6 wind, and so that's a much better wind. Initially, when during the winter months, we're probably more of a Class 4 wind, but you have to average those out with the summer months, which are much calmer wind speeds.
This is a very typical residential wind generator that you could purchase. There are a lot of them that are in this territory, really throughout the state. This is something people can get, this brand and style of wind generator.
This piece of equipment is a SkyStream 3.7 wind turbine, and essentially it's technology that allows for generation of electricity using a fan. It looks like a fan, or it looks like a prop on an airplane that turns and it spins a turbine inside and generates electricity. It's a 2.4 kW or 2.4 kilowatt system that generates. It's going to generate on average, depending on the wind, of course, about 400 or 500 kilowatt hours a month of electricity, which is approximately what a normal-sized home might use.
This is helping them to make a $20,000 investment, and that's the value that we see as a utility. Some people, it may encourage them to make that investment. Other people, it may not be appropriate to make that investment, but that's what we're trying to determine here.
People might look at it and say, that's worth putting up in my house. They may also, after the course of a couple years worth of data, may say, maybe that's not my best investment. And that's what we're here, that's the whole point of this, is to show people what the best investment for them is going to be, and really understand how wind power works, because it's very challenging to understand it.
When you look at renewables, solar is fairly straightforward. What you expect to get is pretty close to what you actually get. Wind is a lot different. People's expectations of what a wind generator will do for them and what they actually get can be very different.
For us to embrace renewable energy just makes sense. It's like if you pay what we pay in heating bills, because we live in the mountains where it's a little bit harsher climate, then you're motivated just by cost savings, as well as I honestly think this community cares about the environment. We like living here because it's beautiful, and people who care about the environment know that there are ways that we can harm the environment with fossil fuel use, and ways that we can protect it.
We feel we're very much a leader in this capacity with the Soul Partners project that we did earlier in the year, and this wind energy project. We're showing people that you can produce electrons many different ways.
We think of ourselves as a green energy county, and this wind project fits right into it.
For more information, please contact United Power at 303-659-0551 or the CSU Extension in Gilpin County at 303-582-9106.